That's fine.
Okay, first we're going to start with Anthony Dasher, and then we're going to go to Mark Weiser.
Hey, Coach. Down by 18, you get up by 1 point. Your team comes all the way back, and then they they got kids credit. Hits a big shot. Was there anything at that point you think y'all could have done differently in that last 5 seconds?
Well,
just
no,
a good shot with that guy.
Yeah, you're playing for the drive because it's a 1 point game, and we could have done a little bit better job on the screen to get Williams when they got it to him. But Aaron ended up picking him up, and he's playing for the drive. He's in position, and he just rose up and he hit a three. So in conventional wisdom, you would think the guy he's playing it right. He's going to go to the basket, right? And but he felt he'd made some threes. He stepped in there and he hit it. The only thing we could have done differently is be up a little higher, try to turn the dribbler. There's basically one dribble per second, but when you turn the dribbler, it basically takes off two. But in those situations, you don't want to be up too close. You don't want to put him at the foul line. You want to have him make a tough shot. And he hit a three.
And I know coaches aren't in the moral visions. I don't think you are either. But I mean, to come back 18 points, does that show you something about this team?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not. They finally listened. It's a long game, right? We've had too many games where we've been down and we lose our spirit and we get discouraged and get distracted. And tonight they didn't. Right. I mean, it's a long game. It's a great learning lesson for them. And we gave them too many turnover points in the first half. We weren't attacking the press the way that we needed to, but we made the adjustments. We scored points in the second half. We were on the attack, and I'm not surprised. Right. I mean, we've had a couple of out of character games. We're still really learning to play differently. And tonight we played without two guys. I mean, Dalen gets rebounds. He can make threes. He gets rebounds. Cam that really made strides and played the game we didn't have as much depth, so we just had to manufacture the game a little bit more. But these guys did a really good job attacking off the sets and trusting the offense, and we got rewarded for it.
And I was going to ask you real quick. I'm sorry. You mentioned not having Dalen and Cam today. You've been playing without guys. It seems like all season long. Just the impact that has when you're having to do that every game.
Well, what you learn is nobody really cares. And so you better just stay locked in to what matters, which is getting your team better. And that's what it is, and just keep guys with really good perspective on being ready to play, on contributions. We're a big player development program, so it's got to be one where they feel like they're getting better all the time. And when that opportunity comes, they're ready to go. In certain cases, the only way we could replace PJ when he got hurt was with Jalen. And now Jalen's out, right? So it just is what it is. And but they work. I mean, they absolutely work. They get better. They believed. That's why my disappointment is not for me or the staff even close to the disappointment I have for them, because they played hard enough, came back, did enough good things to win the game, and we just didn't.
Thanks.
I'm just talking to Aaron and Cario after the game. They seem pretty determined to, not let this thing hold them back too much and get out there next time. Is that kind of what you sensed in the locker room?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully they sense it from me, right? I mean, there's so many things that I don't care about. What I do care about is how much better we get every day, and not allowing distractions and disappointments and discouragement and all those kind of things to enter into us. And just to understand that there's a lot of things that we can control and get better with, and that's what we have to stay with. So I'm highly confident, and it's you either deal well with your back against the wall or you get shoved through the wall. I mean, one or the other. So I know that sounds corny, but that's the truth, and that's exactly how I coach, and that's exactly how I want my team to play. And we're going to keep going forward with it. They are getting better. I mean, it'd be hard to say that some guys aren't getting better. We certainly don't have the record the last few weeks to show for it, but we are improving, and we'll get there.
You mentioned too many turnover points that they had in the first half. Aaron had better distributor in the second half. What was going on in the first half for the team?
Well, we didn't attack the pressure, and they did a good job with the traps. And then we had a couple out of character plays of we were playing too congested, right? Our whole press offense mindset is to attack the press, not break it. And there was too many times we were just trying to break it in the first half. And then they're in a matchup zone, which is really not a zone, right? They want you to think they're in zone, but they're really in man-to-man. So just run your man-to-man stuff through it. But the key is no matter what offense you're running, okay, you've got to screen when it's time to screen. You got to slip it when it's time to slip it. The ball has got to move. And we just had too many times in situations where we weren't getting that cutting and that movement. And there were times we did, we just missed some plays. But we weren't as aggressive as we needed to be with Braylon in the first half, and he wasn't as aggressive as he needed to be. And we knew how we were going to attack them in the pick and roll game, to get the ball inside. And we did a better job of that in the second half.
Thanks.
Okay, next we're going to go to Drew Beal, and then we're going to finish up with Jack Leo.
Hey, Coach. First SEC game tonight for everybody on the team except for Jackson, who played at least. How do you, down pretty big at halftime, how do you think they, kind of came back and responded collectively from, I guess, an energy and a fight perspective in the second half?
You just answered the question. They came with energy and they fought back, and I'm proud of them. They did a good job with that. We just got to learn to put the game away.
Yeah, Coach, 28 of y'all's 45 second half points came there in the paint. How'd you guys tax down low so well tonight in the second half?
Well, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to establish from the beginning of the game a rim attack game and not a jump shooting game. And that's what we felt would be there. And it just had to come more from the middle of the floor in this game. The game's always giving you something. You study the film, you try to have them prepared as they can be for what it's going to look like, then you make your adjustments during the game. But we always felt like we could get down the middle of the floor.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.